Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another Transformers Fall of Cybertron video review. Today we're going to be taking a look at Swindle, who makes up another part of Bruticus. So here we have his box. You can see some very nice box art. I've got to say, I think he has some of the best box art in this set, just because of how much that really gives off his character. It just shows so much personality, and I'll get into that later, how that is significant. So you see he forms another part of Bruticus, Series 1, 005. Onto the back, there you have his bio, nice little product shot, and, well, you can pause it if you want to read his bio, of course, and he forms the right leg of Bruticus according to the instructions. Here are his tech specs, and he forms a Cybertronian assault transport mode. So, whoop-de-doo. Let's get into that mode right now. Here we have his Cybertronian assault transport mode. You can see it's a pretty nice little vehicle, very neat, emphasis on little. Rolls very well, nice big wheels. Could use some paint on the wheels, give them that nice little Fall of Cybertron glow that they've been putting everywhere. And I mean, there's really not much to say about this. It's very basic. He comes with this gun, which you can plug in up here on the top, which looks actually pretty nice. It doesn't, unlike many Transformers toys where you just plug in the weapon arbitrarily on the vehicle, this doesn't look too bad. It really doesn't. So, let's take that off and get on with the transformation. First things first, you want to take this top piece here and untab it. There, you see there's two tabs that were in there. You want to just loosen that up and spread that up. Now you want to take these wheels, spread them out, and you see those are already the arms, and make sure they're all nice and up. Take these bits here, rotate them forward, and to finish off the arms, well, you want to actually flip them a bit forward, and you want to take this bit here, these little pipes, and just flip them forward, or rotate them around so they're down like that. Actually, no, I had that mistransformed. They stay like that. When they're in vehicle mode, they go the other way. I apologize for that. Rotate him at the waist there, and then just extend the legs, separate, and flip out the toes. There you have everything except for his torso. So now for his torso, you're going to come up here, just rotate that up. His head just rotates out like that. And then there's two sets of two tabs. Down here, you're going to tab in these black tabs back here. I don't know how you can see that since it's all black. And then up top, you have these black tabs here, which will go into these little yellow slots. So it's really not difficult to get all of them tabbed in. Well, hopefully. There we go. Just make sure that's all nice and in. And there we have Swindle in his robot mode. And he looks pretty good. I mean, I'd say there's no major complaints, but I do have one major complaint here, and that is his head, his face sculpt. It is a decent face sculpt, but it lacks any personality. It's just plain black with a purple visor, and that's it. Like, he doesn't even have a smirk. His mouth is very serious. Like, if I didn't know any better, I would confuse this guy as a drone, because he's just very plain, very bland. And other than that, though, his robot mode is pretty good. For a quick rundown of articulation, his head will rotate side to side. It's pretty tough, though, because of the way it's there. It's all sloped, and you got all this back stuff there, so it's kind of difficult for me to get my fingers on it. His shoulders are ball-jointed, but because of the shoulder kibble there, it's kind of limited, but you can get a good range of movement with it. They'll go all the way around for you. He does have elbow ball joints, and nothing at the wrist. Then we get on to his waist. He does have some very nice waist articulation, which we saw in the transformation. So that's awesome. Ball joints at the hips, so you can get a good range out of that. Nice little upper thigh swivel, knee bend, and toe point. So there you have it. And that's it for Swindle really in robot mode. He can take his gun and pop that back into his hand. Really, other than that, there's nowhere to store it unless you want to use the same port that was used in vehicle mode, which is now behind his head, so he looks rather goofy, like that. If that's what you're into, then you can do that, I guess. Or you can plug it the other way around, still looks very goofy. So really, other than that, there's nowhere to store this thing unless you want to, like, kind of hook it back here. Well, I guess that's not too shabby. But, yeah, nothing special. Oops. So there you have him in robot mode, and there's Swindle. I mean, there's not really much else to go about other than his legs. His hips are very, very narrow, so him standing, he's always going to be kind of angled there. You bring them together, He can go straight like that, but out, he's got no ankle bend or articulation really, so there's not much movement you're going to get out of that. But other than that, he's not too bad. And in conclusion, as I said with Blastoff, if you're buying these guys as just individuals, I'd say hold off. But as a full set, they're really going to be pretty nice, I think. And that's what I'm interested in anyways. So really, conclusion, same thing as Blastoff. I don't think individually he's worth $15. Maybe $10 to $12 range would be more like it. But that's about it. So there you have it. Self-Portrait 14 here. Have a nice day.